Hello again and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is Jesse and I am back for another hardware review. And I swear I don't mean to do this, but man, yes, it is another headphone review. I've got loads of these, but hey, you want to know about headphones? You've come to the right place. But I got to tell you, the headphones we are looking at today, spoiler alert, but I am very happy with these so far overall. We are looking at the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Max. Yeah, it's a mouthful. And you got to be careful because apparently there is a 700 and a 700 Max. I knew there was a 600, but I didn't realize until a friend of mine told me there was also a 700. I went with the 700 Max, and as I've said in other videos, you may have heard, I think I've even had people comment on, as I've been using that Razer headset for the last half a year or so, I've never really been happy. I've never been fully happy with the mic or even the audio quality. Like, it works. It can be fine, but it's very, very finicky. And I'm like, I really loved my PX22s, my Turtle Beach headset that I was using forever until they broke. And on a whim, I don't even remember when I got these, like early January? Yeah, I think it was like early January. I'm like, let me look and just see. Let's see what an updated Turtle Beach would be like, what it would cost, what kind of features they got. And I was originally looking for a wired version because I'm like, well, I'm sitting in front of my computer anyway. Why have to worry about battery life? But I saw these, a lot of these gaming headsets and stuff, higher quality, they're going wireless these days. And I looked at these and I'm like, watched a couple reviews, read some stuff on them, and they are pretty good. Like, I am very happy overall with these. Again, they're the Stealth 700 Max, MAX. So they are over-the-ear headphones. They got big ear cups on them. You can lay them flat if you want to. Like, you want to store them, you want to lay them flat. They got the little Turtle Beach logo in the ear cups. I like the fact that they are deep ear cups, so they really don't bother you if you've got bigger ears or a big head or whatever. They kind of got a plushy, kind of a rubbery-esque feel to them. But like I said, they're comfortable. They're very soft. On the headband, you've got some nice thick padding up here, so that's not a worry. But on the top, it is sturdy. You see you got the little kind of bezeled Turtle Beach logo up there on the top of the headset. They look like they're big, but they're really not that heavy either. Like, to me, they don't feel super heavy on the head. They do have a fairly good grip. So they're not super loose on your head, but they are comfortable. They don't feel too tight. I've worn these suckers all day, several times now since I've had them, and they've been great. So comfort-wise, weight-wise, I'm happy with them. The only thing that I am a little bit concerned, like, it does seem like pretty sturdy plastic. There's a lot of plastic here. And I'm hoping that none of these, where the headband slides on either side, I'm hoping none of that, like, breaks. Because as I'm, it is a little bit tight when you want to put the headphones on over your head. You kind of pull them apart just a tad to get them around your dome. It feels like it's, okay, I'm kind of stretching them, but I hope that doesn't wear down over time and that they do end up breaking. That aside, I'm happy with the comfort. I'm happy with the build quality. That stuff is fine. Features-wise, this is where this gets really cool. I've had so much fun with these headphones so far because, so on the left-hand side is where all your controls are. You've got a volume knob on the top, left, on the back here. You have another knob below that, and you can configure that in the mobile app, which, yes, there is a mobile app where you can update, like, firmware. You can adjust some settings. And I will say, voiceover-wise on iOS, It is largely accessible, but there is some jank to it. There are some controls that really don't read super well. You kind of have to explore by touch to figure out what some labels go with what controls. Most of it does work, but there are a few voiceover usability issues. Once you have it set, you really don't have to mess with it much, if at all. Like, I haven't even touched the app since the first couple of days I got it. So, like I said, you get your volume knob here. By default, when you connect it to your PC, this will adjust, the second knob will adjust your mic monitoring, basically. So if you want to, how much do you want to hear yourself in the headset? And I wish that even that was a little bit higher. Sometimes I can hear myself fairly well. Sometimes I really can't. So I kind of wish that that would even go up a little bit higher, mic monitoring, because even my old couple of headsets that I've been using, they seem to be a little bit more with that. But I've kind of gotten used to it, and I've gotten to just trust that, even though I can't hear myself, the microphone is still recording, or it's still, for a Zoom call or Teams call, it's still working fine, or recording a video. Then you have the almighty power button down below, and this one is recessed a little bit. Oh, no, I forget about this one. I don't use this one much. There's this button here, this one, it kind of does like you toggle between a couple different modes. I just went stupid. I can't remember the name of, it's like extreme hearing or something like that, where it's supposed to help you, like, you hear the footsteps. If you're playing a shooter or something, you hear that kind of stuff better. It's like almost like a gaming mode type of thing. I've played with it a little bit, and I really haven't noticed a whole lot of change. Whatever setting I currently have it on is fine. So that's why I totally forgot about this button, because I don't even really touch it anymore. Then you have the recessed power button, and this is where you can hold it for a second or two to turn it on. You hold it to turn it, you hold it again to turn it off. And then you have the almighty Bluetooth button, and this is where things get really interesting. So let me back up a second while we're talking about the controls. What's really cool about this headset is it is a wireless headset, but it has a couple different wireless modes. And there are a couple different models of this headset. So there's an Xbox and a PlayStation version. And I kind of get mixed up between the two. Like, some of the game consoles have a different protocol. They have a different way of communicating. So, like, if you get one, it works with the other one. But if you get the other kind, you'll have to do Bluetooth with the other one. I got the Microsoft one because when I did the research, it seemed like that was the most compatible. People really had the least issues. Like, if I wanted to use it with my PlayStation 5, I could. But there's something specific that the Xbox does where it kind of needs its own protocol. So you get the headset in the box, but you also get, if I look at my computer here, you get this little dongle to the left of it's just this little USB dongle here, a USB-A, sitting right next to my thumb drive here. And you just plug this into your PC. There is a button on the bottom of it here. There's a switch. You switch it from Bluetooth to Xbox mode or vice versa. And I'm in USB mode. And what's cool is this is not Bluetooth. This is like whatever wireless protocol, radio waves, whatever it is. You plug the USB receiver in. You wait for a second or two for Windows to recognize it. You turn your headset on and it's paired, it's done. You don't have to do anything special. Just start using your computer. Works beautifully. So that's using your computer. But what's really cool about this is it also has a Bluetooth radio in it as well. So what you can do is totally separately you can hold the Bluetooth button for the first time until you hear it say pairing. Then you can take your phone or whatever, pair it with your phone, and now you can listen to your computer audio through its wireless method, and you can listen to your phone at the same time. Or you can just have your Bluetooth hanging out, whatever, and you're going along using your computer, and then you get a phone call. You just tap the Bluetooth button, it picks up the call, you keep playing your game or you keep using your computer, and you talk on the phone at the same time. I've done this several times now, and it works actually really well. People have not complained about my audio quality whatsoever. And that's what I really like about it. And it's wireless. So I can, if I need to, if I'm in a work meeting or if I'm just want to get up and stretch, I can get up, go to my kitchen, grab a drink of water. What I will say is I've noticed that the wireless reception for the computer through the dongle does not have as much range as the Bluetooth. I can go to my kitchen fairly well, but if I go to the far edge of my kitchen where the microwave is or my fridge is, it'll sometimes kind of flicker in and out a little bit. Not too badly, but a little bit. If I want to go to, if I had the headset on and I walked over to my bathroom, that is just far enough where it will often really cut out on the PC side of things. If I'm using the Bluetooth, I can walk into the bathroom and it will be fine, just like any other Bluetooth headset that I have. That reception, that distance is fine. But just know that the wireless dongle reception, it's fine, but it just doesn't have the range as the Bluetooth part does. But it is really cool. Like, I have played a game and listened to an audiobook, like when that Tomb Raider content came out for Power Wash Simulator. I was playing that, and I didn't really need to hear much of the audio, so I turned the game audio down really low, and I was listening to podcasts. I was listening to audiobooks. In the middle of playing, I get a phone call. I can answer that. Boom, good to go. I have done Siri with my iPhone with this headset. It works fine. So basically, the Bluetooth button is a multi-mode or a multi-function button. If you tap it when it's on, like I said, you will play pause if you're playing media. If you get a call, you will use that to answer or hang up. If you hold it for a few seconds, 3-4 seconds, you'll invoke your voice assistant like Siri. If you hold it, I usually hold it for about 10 seconds or so, 10 to 12 seconds, just to make sure. That will turn the Bluetooth off. So there are times where I don't want Bluetooth on, but I still want to use my headset, so I can turn the Bluetooth off separately and then just be using the wireless through my dongle, my PC dongle. So that's how you do it. Now you also can, which I really haven't done yet, but here's my one complaint that's kind of a bummer. Your Bluetooth button can go, like I said, you tap the button when media is playing, like music or a podcast or a book. Play pause to tap, that's fine. You can, I think it's double tap to skip forward, triple tap to go back. But that's the Bluetooth button. That only works when you're connected to a Bluetooth device. I wish maybe on the other cup, because there's no controls on the other cup. I wish there were controls to where I would be able to fast forward, rewind, play pause on my computer, because there's been a few times now where I've been writing a report or writing a document, and I've had YouTube music playing in the background from my computer. And if I want to change track or pause or whatever, I literally have to go to the YouTube Music browser window and do that. I can't just pause, especially that's really kind of annoying where, let's say, I got a phone call while I was doing said writing and listening. I would have to especially if I had the music cranked up a little bit, I would have to quick go to my window, pause it, and then answer the call, and then I would be able to hear them pretty well. So I wish that there was a way that, because there's not that I know of anyway, there's not a way that I can control the media from the dongle side, from the from the USB dongle side if I'm using a computer. It's a slight bummer, but it's not the end of the world. Everything else, like I said, I really didn't know how much I would use it, and I didn't even believe it when I read it. It's like, oh, what, you can use your computer and the phone at the same time? I've always wanted that. Turns out you can. And as it happens, it works really, really well for the most part. I've never really had a problem with it so far. And I think it's because it's not using like A2DP. It's not using your traditional crappy Bluetooth for the microphone and the headset for your phone. It just works well. You have the two separate radios, and I use that feature quite a bit. And I've had this now for probably 3-4 weeks, and I've been using this a lot. If I flip the headset over, on the left-hand side as well, you have a boom microphone, and it folds right into the headset. So what also is nice about this, you flip it down, you hear a little doo-doo, and it unmutes the microphone. You want to mute it, just fold it right back up, doo-doo, and then it mutes, it's out of the way, and you're good. I've generally found the mic quality to be much, much better, much more consistent than the Razer that I've been using and that I reviewed a little bit ago on the channel. So that problem has been solved. It's much better for doing videos. It's much better for doing Zoom calls, Teams calls, whatever. It's been great for that. So the microphone, the one thing that is sort of weird is it folds down, but it's not a bendy microphone. It's not like, the bendy cables where you can kind of bend them to get it just right. It is a solid plastic piece. It does it slightly moves to the left and right just a little bit, which I think does help slightly, but it doesn't have a lot of give or flexibility to it. So you're just going to use it, and like I said, the microphone quality works well. Got your logos there on the side. That's pretty much the headset. The other thing that I will say is battery life. I have not run out of battery for this sucker yet. Now, granted, I do charge it just to make sure after every maybe couple, 2-3 days. This is supposed to have 40 plus hours of battery life. I would believe that because last weekend I used it on the phone. I read books with it. I watched things with it. I played God knows how many hours of Hogwarts Legacy with it. I played other games with it. I used it for work on Friday. And there are LED lights that kind of indicate like whether you're connected. I don't really know if it tells you really how much battery is left. And if you're blind, you really won't know that anyway by looking at the lights. So the easiest way that I found to check the battery is if you pair it with your phone, at least on iOS anyway, I can just go to my little, you swipe left on the far left home screen, and you got your little widgets there, and one of them will have all of the devices that are connected, all your battery levels widget. Just go look in there, and I don't think I've seen it lower than 50%. I think it's hovered around, like I use it like almost all day once, and it was still at 75%. So you don't have to charge these things every day. Like if you forget, like I know I'm going to be playing a lot of games later today after work. So I forgot to charge it, but I'm like, I'll be fine because I just charged it a couple days ago. So yeah, it is really nice. It charges via USB-C. That port is right under all the controls. Everything is on the left ear cup. And that is basically the headset. Audio quality, I will say, is very good. Again, this is all subjective because everyone has their own audio preferences. But my old Turtle Beach headset, I really loved how it sounded audio-wise. It had that little low-end kick, but the mids and highs were also clear. I like a punchier sound. I like that low rumble when things are happening. You got explosions, you've got gunfire, you've got stuff happening. But I don't want it to also be all bass. I don't want it to drown out everything else. I've listened to lots of music with it. I've played lots of games with it. I've used it for voice calls on my computer via Zoom and Teams and who knows what else. I've recorded videos with it. And like I said, I'm very happy with the way it sounds. It sounds great. To wrap up, the only negative that I've sort of had that I haven't fully figured out, and I mentioned this in another video, is I was able to record one channel update video where it was just me talking and it worked fine right when I got it. Since then, if I am, let's say I'm recording it, you know those videos where I record an update video, I'm just looking at the illegally cited YouTube channel page. There's no other game audio or anything happening. It's just me talking. What's been happening is the headset is not supposed to automatically turn off if you hear audio or it detects something coming in from the microphone, aka me talking. That worked for the first video, but since then, let's say I'm doing, a 20-minute video. Maybe around, I don't even remember what it is, but maybe around, 10 minutes or so, 15. It doesn't, even though I'm talking into the microphone and thus far it's been recording to my computer, the headset will just turn off. So it's like it's not honoring you're talking into the microphone, I probably shouldn't turn off. So what I've done in one of my updates is I've just had Power Wash Simulator running in the background. Not power washing, but just you'll hear some ambient chirping sounds like nature or whatever. I could do the same thing. I could just load a nature video on my computer through YouTube or something. Turn it down really, really low. So basically you can't even hardly hear it. But it would just be enough of audio coming through. Because as long as audio is going, as long as I'm hearing some sort of audio periodically, it won't turn off. But if you're just using it to record, let's say, again, 20 minutes, half hour or more of just microphone, it might turn off on you, and that's been kind of a bummer. But everything else on this headset, I'm absolutely loving so far. The audio quality, the battery life, the microphone. It's consistent. It works with games and music and video. It just sounds good. And the fact that I can use my computer and the phone at the same time, or, maybe I'll just step away from my computer and I just won't even take the headset off. I'm going to go do something else. I'm going to work on my phone for a little bit. I'll just leave the headset on and step away from the computer, kick back in my recliner or my couch, use my phone for a little bit, and then whatever. So yeah, I'm very happy with this headset so far. I would highly recommend it. Price-wise, retail is about $200. When I happened to look for it, they had a $50 off. Turtle Beach had $50 off, and I got it on Amazon for also $50 off, so I paid $150 for it. For the features this thing is packing, the audio quality and everything, the battery life, I would say if you want a high quality headset, it's worth it, actually. It's really nice. And I got to admit, yes, USB is nice and I don't have to worry about, battery life because I'm always connected to my computer. But there is something nice to be had for having, or to be said for having a wireless computer headset. I have been converted. I really do enjoy it. So again, guys, that is the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Max headset. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, twitch.tv/illegally-sighted, illegally-sighted.com, and right here on YouTube. Until next time, chat with everybody again later.